It's Dave Johal for the Boxing Voice with Conor the Destroyer Benn. How are you, Conor?
Yeah, good, mate. Not too bad, thank you. Just currently cooking some Thai food.
Yeah, unfortunately, the viewers can't see this, but you've smashed it. It looks really good. Looks really...
I'll let you know once it's done.
I'm sure it'll be good. Training-wise, what have you been doing to keep fit, and what kind of training have you been doing?
I've still been able to do the same sort of training, but obviously no sparring. The S&C, I've still been doing my training. My trainer, S&C coach, has still wrote me out a program daily. My boxing work, I've still had my trainer on FaceTime to watch me shadow box, hit the bag. Still been able to get the runs in, so we've still been working.
Yeah, has it been a bit of a challenge as well, like doing stuff over FaceTime and Skype and things like that? Has it been much of a challenge?
Yeah, of course it is. It has been long. I mean, I think everyone's struggling. Even people working from home are struggling with the motivation. I just think when you're in my position and you realise what's at stake, lack of motivation will never become a factor.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially when you're boxing at that kind of level, aren't you? I mean, the last time we saw you in action as well was on the Josh Taylor Regis Progress fight over in October.
That's it.
Stunning TKO victory as well at the O2. I mean, what were the plans going to be over in for 2020 had the pandemic / lockdown not occurred?
There would have been the British and Commonwealth title in my hands, but then again, that could still be up for grabs. I reckon there could have been a potential with me and Kelly this year if the pandemic didn't happen. But listen, it doesn't matter what could have happened. It hasn't happened, so we're in a situation where we're in now, but we're still working, still learning, still growing, and we ain't got to rush nothing.
Brilliant. I mean, with Matchroom and Eddie Hearn as well, he released a great statement a few weeks ago now about Matchroom Fight Camp. What are your thoughts on that? Do you like the idea?
Yeah. I think if anyone's going to do a behind the closed door show, Matchroom will be doing it the best, that's for sure. Yeah.
I mean, your debut as well was on a massive card as well. I remember meeting up with you, actually. You won't remember me, but at the weigh-in, and asked you about your opponent, and you said, if he's got 2 arms and 2 legs, I'm still going to beat him. And the crowd there was phenomenal. So do you think as well, like, with the crowd, that's going to be something you're going to miss?
That sounds like me.
Yeah, it was, and you had no nerves about you or anything. And you got in there and you did a job. I mean, boxing behind closed doors, I've read an article, something that you and your dad said that ideally you guys don't want to do that, but if push come to shove, would you even consider it?
Yeah, it's not I've been spoiled with the luxuries of etc. etc. I ain't got to rush nothing, do you know what I mean? So it could be detrimental to me fighting behind closed doors, or it could be better for me. The thing is I ain't on my last legs. I ain't 30 years old and I've got to get a fight. I'm so young. As long as I stay in the gym and stay learning, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. I'm still working. I'm still grafting, still learning.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned Josh Kelly. I mean, he was going to fight Avanesium. How do you think that fight would have gone down? Do you think he would have struggled against Avanesium? Do you think Josh would have won, or?
He'll either rise to it or he'll completely crumble. I think based on his last few performances, I think Kelly Avanesium would be a hell of a problem for Kelly.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys fought, what kind of flaws in his fighting style do you see? Because, you know, you guys could be on a collision course, right?
Yeah, I think I just think my style.
I can hear you, mate. Yeah. No, it's probably a mixture of both of us, mate, to be fair. But yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, so I think just with my style, I'd be a problem for him. Do you know what I mean? But we got to wait and see. I think this would be a good fight, me and him, a good domestic clash.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it can happen soon, post-pandemic. When were you actually going to fight? Were you actually going to fight earlier on this year? And then, obviously, for obvious reasons,
Yeah,
it got pulled.
I was going to fight on March the 28th. But obviously, COVID-19's happened, so I'm in the same boat as everybody else. Shows got cancelled. It is what it is. Everything happens for a reason, I believe.
Yeah, and moving on to the world level, welterweight, we've got Errol Spence in there. We've got Terence Crawford, Manny Pacquiao still knocking about as well. Who do you think is the man at the moment at welterweight?
The man at the moment, I'd probably say Spence Crawford. And then obviously in the British scene, you've got Khan, Brook. I think they'll be done by the time I'm up there. Manny Pacquiao will definitely be done by the time I'm up there. I think, I don't know, boxing is a funny game.
Yeah, I mean, even at British level as well, we've got Eko Usman and Chris Jenkins. I mean, hopefully those fights can be made as well. And do you think as well that now with the pandemic, promoters are going to be making these big fights happen sooner rather than later because of the sort of competition that's going to be out there to put good fights on?
Not really. I mean, they're still able to get Povetkin in for the White fight. So I think fighters who need to fight will fight. It's hard to say. I mean, we've put in for Skeet, Jenkins, Garton, Egerton. So those are the only names in the UK that really interest me. They've accomplished, I think, British champions, European champions. So it'd be good for me to test the waters and see where I'm at.
Brilliant. And I've got to ask you about this one as well. I'm Mike Tyson, possibly returning to the ring as well. Your dad was possibly going to return to the ring at one point as well. What are your thoughts on the great Iron Mike returning? Do you think it could be a welcome success in boxing?
No, do you know what? When you're getting paid what Tyson's offering to get paid, I mean, it's hard to say no. Do you know what I mean? How do you say no to that?
Yeah, I mean,
so it's you know what can you? I mean, 20 million. I'd take that all day long, mate.
Yeah,
you would, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, you would. It's a lot of money there, and it'll be great. It'll be good if he does cause a scene on the heavyweight division. I mean, they're even saying that Mauricio Sullivan said he's willing to rank him as well if he does return. Which would be excellent.
We say what? Mauricio saying that he would rank him
if he wanted to return. Yeah, there's been some articles saying that he would actually rank him as well, so they'd welcome that.
Mental! I didn't know that, mate.
I mean, it's one of them sports, isn't it, where anything can happen. I mean, the world was watching your dad when he was potentially going to come back. The press conference was done, and then when years before that as well, George Foreman when he was going to come back as well. When he did come back, anything can happen in the sport, can't it? It's one of them things.
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Yeah,
well, it's funny how people are supporting Tyson comeback, but many people weren't for it when my dad was making his comeback.
Yes, I mean, it's a bit of a shame, to be fair. I mean, me personally, I think we should support anyone who's willing to put two gloves on and step in the ring,
Yeah, agreed.
We should do. And apart from keeping fit and training, what are you doing to keep your mind active in terms of, are you watching any box sets or playing any video games or anything? Or
I've cleaned out all the box sets, mate. I've cleaned them all out. I cleaned them all out before lockdown. I've gone from Ozark, Breaking Bad, Queen of the South, Narcos, Power. Trust me, I've cleaned them out. My dad's a box set man. He's on Top Boy at the minute.
I need to watch season 3 of that after Summer House. Hey, how's it going?
How are you, mate?
I'm really good. I heard you're a big.
What did you say about box set, Top Boy? Box set.
Yeah,
Top Boys. The three top boys. Don't know.
Yeah.
Did you say the three top boys?
Yeah, the first two are Summer House, and the third one is when they go overseas. I think that's the one I need to watch.
Right, look, I've just watched one. The young guy's in prison. Is it Jamie? Is that the one?
I think so. I need to refresh on the first two. I watched them when they first came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll like them.
I watched one, and I must have watched the last series then.
Yeah, you're probably ahead of me, Nigel, to be fair.
I'll leave you be.
All right, you take care.
Bye.
See you in a bit, Nige.
Sorry, mate.
It's all right, mate. To be fair, it's always good to speak to Nigel. And just very finally, message for the fans. I mean, we're going to be out of lockdown soon. We want to see you in action as well, and all the other boxers over at Matchroom, Queensbury, Hennessy, everybody. We can't wait till it all opens up again. What message have you got for the fans, Conor?
Yeah. Your boy's going to be British and Commonwealth Champion this year.
Good stuff. I mean, I spoke to...
That's what I've got to say.
Good stuff. I spoke to Eko Usman last week. A couple of weeks ago. And he says you and him could be putting on a good fight, to be fair. He says you've improved a lot, but it'd be a good fight between you guys.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. But if I'm not fighting him, I'm not fighting somebody else, or I'm ducking somebody else. If I fight him, then I'm ducking him. Do you know what I mean? So there's no point at the minute. The top people in the British scene will meet at the top. We'll all meet at the top. Cream always rises. So it ain't like I'm not down for a fight. Do you know what I mean? Maybe these are what they think in their head, that I'm scared to fight them or etc. But that's not the case. It just makes no sense fighting him, because if I fight him, beat him, but then I've now got to fight him because I'm ducking him, or I'm ducking him or him. I've got to do what's beneficial for my career, and them calling me out is I'd do that if I was them.
Brilliant. Conor, all the best, voice, and we will catch up with you soon.
Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive, from Border Wars, Entitled, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.